Hello again, everyone. This is the Econ Guy, and today I kind of wanted to talk about demand and the demand curve. So let's jump straight into that. First of all, what is demand? You can think of demand as the want for a specific item. If a lot of people demand something, there is a lot of want for that item. If not a lot of people want something, then the demand for that item you can say is low demand, or there isn't much demand for that item. And an important concept to understand is that demand drives price. So think of gold, the mineral gold. The gold doesn't perform any functions that make it useful. You can't eat gold for energy. Gold can't transport people per se. You can't use a gold bar like a car. Gold, you can't drink gold. You can't. Gold can't necessarily keep you healthy. It doesn't have any. It doesn't have many practical uses. However, a lot of people want gold. So that means a lot of people demand gold. And because there is a high demand for gold, that's why the price of gold is so high. Not because gold is useful, but because it is rare and a lot of people like it. So now let's get into this, the demand curve. So here I have this line you could think of as the demand curve. I mean, it's not a curved line, but the demand curve can also be a curve. Here it's just a line. So this chart right here, this graph right here, is showing us so say that our good that we are comparing here is bananas. So this is the price for bananas, this being bananas costing $0, and say this being bananas costing $10 up here at the top of this graph. And on this, the x-axis, on the horizontal axis, this is the quantity of bananas demanded. So if there's a high quantity of bananas demanded, maybe here, that means that a lot of people want bananas. There's a high demand for a large quantity of bananas. If not a lot of people demand bananas, then there's going to be a low quantity demanded, right? Because not a lot of people want them. So maybe that would be here. This would be like a low quantity demanded. This would be a high quantity demanded. And what the demand curve basically is showing us is as the price for bananas decreases, the quantity demanded, or the demand for bananas, increases. So imagine here, price number one. So this is we could say that this is a relatively expensive price, from $0 to $10. This is a very expensive price for a bunch of bananas, right? So this is showing us that when there is a high price for bananas, the quantity demanded is going to be relatively low, because people look for whenever the best prices, right? They always try to get things at the best deal. So theoretically, bananas, if the demand, or if the price for bananas is high, not a lot of people are going to want to buy bananas because they don't want to spend that much money on bananas. They can maybe buy apples or oranges instead of bananas. And so the quantity demanded for bananas is going to be low. So basically, when the price here at price one is high, the quantity demanded is going to be low. The demand for bananas is low. When we go again here down to this next price, the quantity, so the price has dropped down a little bit, right? So say that it is $5 now for a bunch of bananas. That's a little bit less expensive than it was before, right? So the demand for bananas, here the quantity demanded was less, right? But now the demand for bananas is going to increase. So we can see that here as this point on the graph. The price dropped, so the quantity demanded increased, like this. This is what this line shows, this line segment. So then say that the price drops again. Say that now these bananas cost $1 or $2. That could be considered relatively cheap for bananas. So since the price for bananas is low, a lot of people are going to be like, oh, there's a great deal for bananas, let's buy more bananas. So the demand for bananas is going to be quite high. And that's what this shows. The quantity demanded for bananas, or the quantity demanded and the demand are the same thing. So when the quantity demanded is high, the demand is high. So when bananas are cheap, when the price for bananas is cheap, the quantity demanded is high. So that's just what this demand curve kind of tells us, and it shows the law of demand. The law of demand just states that as the price for an item goes down, the quantity demanded, or the demand for that item, goes up. So as the price goes down, the demand goes up. As the price, if the price goes up, if the bananas here go from costing $1 or $2 to costing $7 or $8, the demand will sharply kick back, and now there won't be as much quantity demanded. And that's basically what this demand curve is showing us. Again, the law of demand: higher prices means less demand, lower prices means more demand. That's everything for today. So there's another curve called the supply curve, but we'll cover more of that in another video. Okay then, bye-bye.